Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
The Gratitude Girls are in the house. Hello, Laurie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Kathryn?
Well, I'm especially good today. You know why?
Because it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so nice to have days to celebrate so many things. And we celebrate birthdays. We find it important to have moments to share together and to create wonderful memories. So today is really no exception to any other day, except somehow in social media, as you know, there are messages in LinkedIn and other platforms, I won't just pick on one, that remind people that it's your birthday if it's your connection. And the nice thing is that it's just a click of a button, right? To say happy birthday. So what happens is you get all these incoming messages, and then some people go the extra mile like yourself and family and friends and people who have an extra minute or take an extra minute. It's really nice to know, because I'll write this in my gratitude journal tonight. It's really nice to know that people will go above and beyond. It's nice to hit the button that says happy birthday, period. And it's really nice to say, and how are you? And what are you doing? And. So my gratitude journal today will be filled with all the things that have been done to me, all the names that people have called me today, all the things that they've said to me, and the memories that we've shared. You know that too, right? Because you have special birthdays. Let's talk a little bit. I'll announce myself where I am, and that way we'll get into our conversation. So first of all, my name is Kathryn Myers, affectionately known as RaRa's in the House, broadcasting to you live tonight from beautiful Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, Canada, and I'm here with my amazing Gratitude Girls partner.
And I am Laurie Delk-Radecki, and I am outside of Nashville, Tennessee. I was in Toronto a year ago today.
Yes, that was amazing. Like that felt like the birthday celebration, just 365 days, right? I'm grateful that we had that day together and all the days and weeks that we spent together online and the plans that we make. So maybe we can dedicate tonight's coaching and training to what you can do to, for, and with someone for their birthdays, in case someone's a little bit stumped. Shy, quiet, loud introverts, extroverted people. What do you do for people when it's their birthdays? Well, send them a card. That's one thing. I got a great card from Cody and Jody Bateman, plus many other people. I'm not mentioning everybody. It's a big list. So it's really great to know that the person who I met in 2009, is still remembering to send me a card. It's nice to be remembered. What are some of the other things that we can do in two people for their birthdays?
Send them a gift of something that you know that they'll love.
Yeah, well, I got tickets to a play. So as we do that, so I got cards, I got tickets to a play, I got cookies in the mail. What about what you did? You got on a plane and you came and visited me.
That was a gift for me too.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. Those are great gifts. Gifts where everybody benefits. Take someone to dinner or lunch or breakfast, take them somewhere, and then you get to have that experience with them. What about sending someone somewhere for the day? We were sent for a couple mani-pedi for my husband's birthday from our daughter. That was a fun experience. So you can send someone with their spouse somewhere so they could have some fun together. What about
And a
cooking?
lot of people don't do enough self-care anyway, right? So if you give
Mm.
them a gift, then they need to go use it and get some self-care in the process.
Yes, and what about cooking a meal for someone? That means so much to have someone pushing a button, having the food delivered, or actually getting in the kitchen and preparing something. I think that means a lot too these days, right? Having someone say, come over for cake and coffee, come over for salad, come over for dinner. That's really important.
Right. And especially like if you think about, we were talking earlier today about the love languages, right? So acts of service, cooking them the meal, that's different than taking them out for the meal. Either one, I'm happy to do. And
Yeah,
that's
yes.
done to me.
They're all great. Yes, you can do that anytime. I don't even know how many meals I'll be counting at the end of this birthday month and what that's going to look like in terms of steps and exercise, but you can exercise with someone, go to the gym with them, go to a spa. That's a fun thing to do. Send them a fun song,
Yeah.
something to dance to. I had a little bit of fun with Michael Bublé's today, and on my LinkedIn and Instagram, I put a really amazing Italian song, a Northern Italian song. If you want to go listen to that, hop over to my LinkedIn. It's easier to catch it because it's a hyperlink, and Instagram as well. But I'm Feeling Good by Michael Bublé was exactly what we were dancing to at like 7:30 this morning in the living room. Like that was our first dance today. How
Yeah, and
about,
like going for a walk together outside. Like we have a little pond in our neighborhood here, and like I just told my husband this morning, I want to go for a walk out at the pond.
right, right, and experience nature. What about a surprise party? Can do that for someone or surprise them with something. That's a fun thing to do. Oh, gifts. Let's not forget gifts. Oh, I'll show you the cutest thing I got. Let's see if I can get this to work and if you can see it. So look at
How
this.
cute, blingy.
Like, talk about fun things to get. Unusual gifts, a blingy hair scrunchie that lights up, homemade, handmade bracelets and necklace with love. Those are great gifts to get. Clothes. Who doesn't like to get clothes? Oh, 24 hours. Have you ever given anyone 24 hours of your time?
Mm.
That's usually a request. I had a fun request this year from my husband. I won't go into the details, but it has to do with the self-care of my skin. I really enjoy treating myself. And this year, I'm going to treat myself just a little bit more. So I'm going to have like 4 months of making sure that my skin is nice and hydrated. And so not just one, but 4 months of that. So that's kind of fun because it's the gift that doesn't give up, right? Does keeps on giving.
Right. Yeah. Well, and just having your skin hydrated is so much more than just making you look younger, too, right? There's so many more benefits to that anyway.
Yes, feels good. And I'll tell you a funny story. So it's personal. I hope my husband doesn't mind. The other day he said to me, I'll be right back. And I'm like, where are you going to go? He said, I'm just going to go to the store. I'm like, why now? Where are you going? So imagine my husband saying, I'm going to go buy you a card. I must have had a look on my face like, what? And he said, well, I want to get you. And I thought, why don't we sit together right now? And because I'm pretty fun with the graphics, you know? So he might have thought like, well, he didn't want to make me a card that didn't have all the graphics. I said, let's sit down and let's do it together. We actually, it could be done in 5 minutes, but we took about a half an hour. We had some couple time. And, you know, Laurie, we went through all our photos. We went into Canva. I'll show the card next week. And on the day before my birthday, we actually made this card together. And he told me exactly what he wanted. He designed it in his mind. And then I was the tool implementer for the for my Sendo Cards account. He has one too, but we did it in mine. And we did that as an experience. And I have to say, it's one thing to get a nice card, but it's another thing to make a card with someone. And he was sitting next to me and he said, do you think you could spin that picture around, or could you flip it, or could you put these words? You can do anything. Actually, we have a card editor that's amazing, but I used a few tools to do that. And it was so much fun. So that's something I will always remember. And I said to him, I don't care what day we make this card. It doesn't matter if it's the day of my birthday. The fact that we had that experience, and that was kind of fun. That was a unplanned, unscheduled, not to mention the $10 he would have spent on the card.
Right.
And who knows what else when you get in the store. So we actually went shopping and send out cards as well. And I said, what do you want to buy me? So what are we, 15 years in Sendo cards? Oh, you're in Sendo cards longer. So you're not going to believe the gift that we chose to have.
Which one?
World famous brownies. Of all the gifts, I mean, I have so many of them, right? I have so many of the gifts. There were mugs that said, I love I love you, and the other one said, I love you more. It was really great. So we were going to get that. And then he said, let's get those brownies and let's heat them up. So sometimes you just give someone a gift that you know they love. You don't have to even think out of the box.
There you go.
Don't
Yeah.
think out of the brownie box.
Right. Yeah. Well, and sometimes that's it. It's something, if it's something that you know that they love, then why not get it for them? Because you already know that they love it. So rather than taking the chance of, and obviously you were sitting right there, but still, why get one more mug that you don't need, right? That's
Exactly.
gonna
That's what
end
he
up
said.
given away, thrown away, yard sale, whatever. And but you get something that you can share together. Because I know he's gonna make that brownie for you and for him. And he's gonna make it all pretty on a plate for you. And he's gonna serve it to you with your tea or your coffee at your little table and your chairs that I got to sit in and be served at a year ago today. So I know he's gonna make it wonderful for you anyway.
Yes, that's going to be his way of doing it with our gratitude mug, as you know. That's going to be the experience. And I was thinking about some of the things that you got, like you're wearing a diamond necklace, and Kevin bought you some amazing shirts and tops and sweaters and things that your husband goes in, or spouse or partner or sister or brother goes and chooses for you. So if you go to the store for someone and you buy them something, it's it's that memory, like, oh, my friend bought this for me, and you wear it with that affection that it's given.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And then you feel good about it again, right? You felt good when you got it, and then you wear it or use it or whatever, then you feel good again about that.
And I have an idea. What if we did this? What if one year we went to our friend and said, let's trade one thing with each other? So let's give something away and ask for something, whatever that means. Go to each other's home and say, what would you like of mine? What would you like me to give you? And see what that maybe you'll say yes, maybe you'll say no. It depends on what it is. But it could be something as simple, pardon me turning my head, for someone to say, I'd love to have a gratitude girls journal because you have, so many of them. So imagine if we did that with each other and we exchange something that we have. And not that we have to go out to the store, or sometimes it's an economical thing, or it could just be we're not defined by the moment that we're in, and money might be a different, vehicle that month. So what would happen if we used what we had and shared an experience and gifted something that's there? My grandchildren gifted me things that they have. And I don't know if you ever had a flip pillow.
Mm.
Sequins. Oh, it's in the other room. You flip. I really wanted one of these, and my granddaughters gave me theirs.
Aw.
I imagine the feeling I have. I put it by my makeup table so I can sit by it every day, and you play with it. I'll bring that next week too. Giving somebody something that you already love.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Not to mention the stuffy I'm going to have next to my bed from my other granddaughter. Right? So that could be something, gifting something we already own. What about professional people that we know for their birthdays, like insurance and doctors and things like that? What would we do for people like that in our life? You're not so close to them. You can't invite them over to switch a top or something or a scarf. Like what could we do for those people?
Yeah, well, you could definitely always send a card. You could
Mhm.
also give them a gift to help them learn how to have more gratitude in their life.
Love that. Yeah, yes. We could also, through send out cards, we can give them a coffee card to go have a coffee, something on us. That's nice. So for the professionals in our lives, if you think, well, my doctor, I say thank you all the time, but sending them, who does a coffee, tea, whatever, it doesn't matter what you have at Starbucks or Tim Hortons or wherever you go. I mean, it's still something that we could give to the professional people in our life, besides a
Right.
phone call, right? I mean, you can always give them a call. You can say happy birthday. Let the phone ring. Oh my gosh, what a novel idea. Actually, the phone rang today. I was just telling you a few minutes before we went live that there was a call that I didn't answer. I can't believe I didn't answer it. But if somebody actually picks up the phone and calls and then leaves a message if they're not there, it's a thing of the past.
Right. Yeah.
I got an e-card. I got lots of fun things. Yeah, so before we wrap up, I think one of the nicest things we can say is that be grateful that we're here another day, here another year to celebrate with each other. We're blessed and to be grateful that we can write about this, that we can talk about it, that we can share last year and this year and what's the magic number. And I'll share my wish when I blew out the candles today in a fun way. So I won't give the whole thing away. I made my wish, and then at the end, I added to it with a private jet and limousine. So that I could up level the wish. I thought, well, how can I make this wish just a little bit different? So private jet and limousine, and one of my grandchildren said, what will that do? And I said, I'll let you know later. Because imagine when you wish that with little cherry on top, right? Little strawberry shortcake with something on it. So we could always, even though it's a bit materialistic, it was for the moment, right? Of having love and health and to be blessed and have family and friends around. And at the same time, what if we all had fun together and drove around in a car, went on the private jet and went shopping together?
Yeah. Well, especially just think private jet. I could get to Canada in what, 2 hours versus the 2 hours sitting at the airport before and after customs, and then the 2 hours afterwards standing in the line, right? All that stuff.
Think of all we can get done.
Right.
I
But and then
completely
also
agree.
just, being grateful for having another birthday, right? Because
Yes,
not everybody gets to have another birthday.
that's right. And not the way that we had it today and this year. On that note, I want to say I'm very grateful to you, to our clients, to our friends, to our audience. I want to say thank you so much for all that you do and for being here. And Laurie, if there's anything you want to say to wrap up our birthday night, I have a little something that I'm going to do in 2 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Make sure you go out and get your gratitude journal for Catherine's birthday. Go buy one in honor of her birthday. That'd be a great gift for her, right? So tag her on social media, Kathryn Asaro Myers. Look for her. You'll find her pretty face. Get a book. Write in your gratitude journal for the next, it's a 100-day challenge. Do the 100-day challenge and tell her happy birthday, tag her, and we will see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.